The lead into the solo is this. Then he slides from the 4th fret of the A string up to the 7th fret of the A string. Now when he plays this solo, I'm going to show you the patterns. They're all the same, just different notes in each pattern. Two things you got to keep in mind. First, he has that slap back delay that he plays with, so you get a phantom note after he plays his initial note, which really makes it difficult to hear what he's actually playing. And the second thing is, he slurs these 8th note triplets. The whole solo is an 8th note triplet, so the feel is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But that third set, he slurs, and you got to listen really carefully to the solo and you'll be able to hear it. So the first pattern looks like this, starting on the 4th fret of the A string. Then he goes up to the 4th fret of the D string. Then he does his hammer on and pull off on the G string, 4th fret. Now this isn't going to sound right, but these are the notes he's playing. On the D string, 7th fret. So let me play that without the slurred triplet, so I'm just going to play it for you. The second pattern starts on the 5th fret of the A string like this. Then up to the D string, again 5th fret. Then up to the G string, and he does the hammer on the pull-off on the 5th and 7th frets. Then down to the 9th and 7th frets on the D string. Now on this run, which is the second run, he plays the first note, which is the 5th fret of the A string, and then he hammers on the 7th and the 9th frets. And then on the D string, the 5th, 7th, and 9th frets, he mutes. Then he does the hammer on and pull off. And then on the D string, 7th and 9th frets. So let me play those two for you. Let's talk a little bit about that slurred triplet. He plays the first two runs as you would if you were playing it to a metronome. But then that third set of triplets, he actually accents them and speeds them up. And he plays the first note of that last set quickly, which leaves a little bit of a space, and that's when he slides his hand up to the next position, and he plays these notes. So I got to play it fast because it's hard to play slow. It doesn't sound right. Then he comes up here to the 6th fret on the A string, and he plays this. 6th fret on the D string. Up to the G string on the 6th and 7th frets, the hammer on and pull off. Then down to the 9th fret on the D string, and then he plays the 9th and the 8th fret. And the next pattern is the midway point of the solo. He starts at the 7th fret on the A string and plays this. Then when he goes to the D string, he moves up to the 8th fret here and plays this pattern. And then he plays the 8th fret on the G string, but he holds it. So let me play those runs for you a little bit faster so you can get the feel for it. Now when he moves up to the next run, he actually uses his pinky and he slides on the E string up to about the 12th or the 13th fret. Then he comes up and he plays here, starting on the 9th fret of the A string. Goes up to the 9th fret of the D string. 9th and 10th frets on the G string, which is the hammer on and pull off. Then he's going to play the 12th fret on the D string, and then he slides up just like that first pattern, and he plays the 11th and 13th fret. And there's a slurred triplet in that one as well. Then he slides up to the 10th fret of the A string, and he plays this. 10th fret of the D string. Then he plays the hammer-on and the pull-off, 10th and 12th fret on the G string. And then the 14th and 12th fret on the D string. On this particular run, there's no slurred triplet. Then on the very last run, and you'll see the difference here, he plays starting at the 12th fret on the A string, then up to the 12th fret on the D string. Now he's going to do his hammer on his pull-off, 12th and 14th fret on the G string, and he plays the 16th fret on the D string, but he doesn't do anything else. He goes back up to the G string and he plays these three notes, and then he plays the 12th fret on the B string, and he there's hammer-ons and pull-offs on the 16th fret. And this run has a slurred triplet. It's hard to get the feel for this. You're going to have to play a little bit, but it's this. And it's the hammer-on and the pull-off that's slurred. He does it like that. Alright, so from the beginning, let me play the whole thing for you. I'm going to play a little bit faster so you can get the feel for it. And that's it. One of my favorite all-time Edward Van Halen solos.